Welcome everyone. I'm glad to see you all here today for the graduation. The first time I attended a graduation ceremony, I was 9 years old. It was the elementary school graduation ceremony for the 6th graders moving on to middle school. Looking up at the stage, I thought the kids looked so old and mature. Some of the kids who were graduating read stories or poems aloud, and I couldn't imagine ever speaking on a stage and presenting something to an eager crowd of friends and families. Now, looking back on that day, I can't help but marvel at how much I've changed. While speaking to people used to cause intense anxiety, I can now deliver this speech to you on my own high school graduation day. A large part of my transformation has to do with attending New Hope Academy. I see it in myself, and I see it in my classmates as well. We are not the same people that we were when we entered NHA all those months or years ago. We are not just a product of circumstance. We have risen to meet the challenges in our lives, and all of us here today have overcome them to get our diplomas. We can't change who we were in the past. There are things I'm not proud of, and we all have our demons. But we survived and have learned from our mistakes and misfortune. This was especially true for me. At public school, my preferred name, Jamie, and my preferred pronouns, they, them, didn't cause shame, but I nonetheless felt the need to hide from peers. I was so petrified of drawing attention to myself or becoming noticed that I allowed myself to be called by my birth name without correcting anyone. I didn't know who I was, but I knew I didn't want to be Julia, a quiet teacher's pet who got good grades but did hardly anything else. When I came to NHA, the immediate respect everyone had for my preferred name was startling. It was like a switch had been flipped. My identity suddenly changed from an obstacle for others to overcome to something the teachers bent over backwards to accommodate and make me feel accepted. My classmates didn't know me as anyone other than Jamie. The person I was before existed only in my memories. And so, thanks to the refuge NHA provided, I was allowed to reinvent myself. Where Julia would have stayed quiet through class, Jamie started to talk to teachers and classmates and looked forward to being in school instead of being outside of it. Where Julia would never consider singing in front of other people, Jamie was able to sing for the music teachers, then classmates, and eventually on stage. At public school, I would hardly talk or make noise in class for fear of being seen as loud, disruptive, or even worse, annoying. Now, my teachers would be hard-pressed to try and stop me from asking questions or clarifying bits of information during class. I've become what I always feared as a middle schooler: noticeable, talkative, involved. And NHA has allowed me to discover and explore these parts of myself with no judgment. Many of us have found our voices or reinvented ourselves in the close-knit environment NHA provides. Freshman year me would have never imagined I would mention my birth name in front of an entire graduation ceremony, but I've changed. We've all changed. Some may not have experienced a total metamorphosis, but we have all shed the skins of our past selves. I know many of us would cringe thinking about what we were like freshman year, or maybe even more recently than that. Thanks to NHA, we have all learned how to coexist and thrive in the same space as people so different than us. And these skills, trivial as they may seem, will undoubtedly carry us through any school, jobs, or other life experiences. I'd like to thank everyone who convinced me that life is worth living, from family, friends, and countless therapists who hammered into my brain that I'm not better off dead. Thank you to my parents who have allowed me to express myself the ways I could only dream of when I was a kid, and who have provided me with the support and encouragement I need to flourish with both academics and extracurriculars. My teachers already know what they have done for me and the other students, but I would like to thank them for the often unrecognized work they have done to help each of us reach our full potential. This speech wasn't something I ever thought I would give, but now that I'm here, I can't help but be proud. And I know each of my classmates has their own speech moment, a tangible reminder of their growth and how far they've come from kids who thought the world was too big to ever make a mark in. Class of 2021, be proud of yourselves. Be proud of each other. Let's go make our mark on the world.